All right, friends, let's see if we can do this again just to get this back up on the screen. So this is more to our story around Mumbai 2019. It's probably been 24 hours since I started the first video, and now I'm in Mumbai. It's been more than that because I recorded the first video in Seattle, and from Seattle I went to Houston, and I stayed overnight in Houston, and then the next morning from Houston I flew to New York City, Newark Airport, and then from there I flew nonstop to Mumbai, which is a 15-hour flight in the air, but we had some delays in Newark getting out, weather or whatever they say, so it took us a little bit longer. Anyway, on the plane for 16 hours. And fortunately I had an upgrade, so I was able to lay down and get some sleep. And 16 hours on a plane is not that bad. People sort of go crazy thinking about that, but imagine if you just stayed in bed all day, assuming that you have an upgrade, which I was lucky enough to have, where I have a seat that sort of lays flat. You could stay in bed all day, read, watch some TV, connect to the internet. So still able to chat with people and WhatsApp and Facebook and Twitter and do some fun things along the way. So there's that. There's an interesting bug on my Apple Watch. I've been doing a lot of international travel, and I've also got a couple of friends that I sort of compete with on a friendly basis of who can close our 3 rings every day. So, airplane mode is on, so you can't see it. So anyway, so I got my 3 rings closed, but Apple Watch records your exercise based on local time. So if you do what I just did and you travel around the world and you change time zones, if you don't babysit the way Apple Watch stores your data, you could lose your day of activity. Now, to most people, and quite frankly, even to me, this is a minor thing in the big thing of life, but it's something that's on my mind. I'm almost at 500 days in a row of closing my 3 rings on my Apple Watch. So one is you got to stand up for at least 1 minute for 12 hours a day. So it keeps you from sitting down. If you've been sitting down for more than an hour, which is really easy to do if you're sitting down working all day, your watch side of beeps at you and says, hey, get up and move around. Go, to the bathroom, or go get something, go get some water or something. You have to have activity every hour for at least 12 hours a day. Then there's a calorie goal, which we have ours set at 550. I say we, there's a consortium of friends. We've all agreed that that's sort of a good day's calorie burn. And then there's also 30 minutes of rigorous activity where your heart rate is supposed to be elevated, which is of course different for everybody, but that's up to the watch to figure out. So if you do 12 hours a day, 30 minutes of rigorous activity, and make your calorie goal, then you close these 3 rings. Well, so we're all sort of competing on who can do this forever, which is a great motivation to stay up and be active and go around and close your rings no matter where you are or what you're doing that day. And I'm at, I think, 450 or 60 days in a row, and the watch is cute. It keeps you motivated because every day it says you've got a new streak. And actually, I can on my phone I can find it. Anyway, the watch keeps your activity on whatever local time zone you're in. So if let's say you close 12 hours because, you get up at 6 a.m. and your flight leaves at 6 p.m. and then you fly to Mumbai or Singapore or Asia or whatever long flight, you've basically spent 12 hours in the air. But as soon as your watch connects back to your phone, all of the data, it's not forever data, but maybe within the last 24 hours or 36 hours, it all shifts forward to the current time zone you're in. So what that would mean is, even though I closed my rings yesterday, if I were to sync my watch right now to my phone, it would not close them yesterday, and then I would lose my streak. So what you have to do is keep your watch in airplane mode for the first day or two when you're in a new city, and then when I wake up tomorrow morning, I can sync it to Mumbai time, because I'll basically lose all of the time when I was sleeping. Anyway, that doesn't matter to probably very many people, but it's one of the things that I have pained myself with to ensure I can continue that streak. So gamification is working on my Apple Watch. So this is the first time zone I've ever been in that's got a half an hour offset. And I'm totally confused by it. Let me say it another way. Mumbai, India is 12 and a half hours ahead of Seattle. So if it's 11 a.m. in Seattle, it's 12:30 in the morning in Mumbai. So I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I have no idea how or why. Somebody somewhere thought it was a good idea. I think there's also another time zone that has a 15-minute offset. How confusing is that? So that's one of the things I want to research while I'm here. Basic question, why is there 30-minute offset for the time zone? But about 10 days ago, I filed online for my e-visa in order to get in. And then that took, for me, it only took 24 hours. Like the next day I had an email approval. You got to click through that and print out a form. I had that form with me today when I got off the airplane. I walked up to the e-visa counter. They stamped my passport, and I was in within a matter of 5 or 10 minutes to the country. So immigration was super easy. I had a car already set up, so once I exited, got to drive me right to the hotel. The Westin here is nice. I'm sure that this is not representative of the massive local culture, which I can sort of see. Tons of traffic. I'm on the 32nd floor of this Westin, and I can still hear the horns of the traffic, which we'll be able to experience. I'll do some recording over the next week while I'm here. Number one thing everybody writes about online and warns me about is the water. So don't drink the water, only drink bottled water. And then short of no bottled water, drink the beer, because the beer is safe. That's canned, obviously, right? But that goes into things like salads and ice cubes, because the water is everywhere. So here's another sort of little peek into my crazy little life. Once or twice a year, I'll do a small multiple day fast. So 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I've done as many of 10 days in the past, but that was a long time ago. So I get in today, May 20th, and I decided my last meal was in New York City as I left, and then I did not eat on the plane, so that's May 20th. 21st, 22nd, I leave on the 24th and get back to the US on the 25th. So while I'm in Mumbai, what a perfect day to just take advantage of all that bottled water and run through my fasting. So day one is complete because I didn't eat on the plane, and now it's May 20th. I left on the 19th, and it's actually almost midnight, May 20th, rolling into the 21st. So day one is done, 4 more days of fasting, and then the next time we'll eat, we'll be back in New York City. Namaste is the greeting that everyone has, well, that I've picked up on since I got to the airport and the hotel. Sort of put their hands together like this and do a little bow and say Namaste. And the front desk captain that was checking me in says, we believe that there is a God inside every person, and Namaste is welcoming my God to your God, or my soul to your soul. And I'm sure that there's some truth or different variations of that truth, but Namaste is sort of their friendly gestured hello. So anyway, I'm here. I'm in Mumbai. Everything's great so far. We'll see what happens over the next 4 days. See if we can catch some new filming. I'll make sure my watch gets synced up so I don't lose my rings, and keep that streak going. So next time will probably be outside, depending on how far the meeting place is that I'm here for work. Maybe we'll go for a run or go for a walk and get some of the local outdoors geography, and who knows what that will bring. So thanks for everything. See you soon.